Welcome, and thank you for listening to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. In this episode, we are turning our focus to Brazil, a key market in Latin America, and a significant regulatory update from its health authority, ANVISA. As of July 1, 2026, a new era for post-market surveillance has begun with the mandatory launch of the e-Notivisa system for reporting adverse events related to medical devices. This is not just a minor software update. It represents a fundamental shift in Brazil's approach to technovigilance, aligning it more closely with global best practices. For any manufacturer with devices on the Brazilian market, understanding this change is not optional. It's critical for continued compliance. The new e-Notivisa system completely replaces the legacy platform known simply as Notivisa. While the previous system served its purpose, it was becoming outdated and created data silos that made comprehensive analysis difficult. The new platform is a modern web-based portal designed for more structured, standardized, and transparent reporting. The most significant change, and the one we want to emphasize, is its mandatory adoption of the International Medical Device Regulators Forum, or IMDRF, terminology for coding adverse events. This move signals ANVISA's commitment to global harmonization, moving Brazil away from a country-specific reporting language and toward a standardized framework used by regulators in major markets like the United States, the European Union, and Canada. This transition directly impacts all medical device manufacturers and their designated Brazil registration holders, or BRHs, who are legally responsible for post-market reporting within the country. The adoption of IMDRF codes means that the way events are classified, documented, and submitted has fundamentally changed. Instead of free text descriptions or localized categories, teams must now use the standardized IMDRF annexes for coding patient outcomes, device issues, and root causes. This structured approach allows ANVISA to perform more sophisticated data analysis, identify safety signals faster, and compare Brazilian post-market data with international trends. It also enhances transparency, as the standardized data will eventually contribute to a clearer public understanding of device performance and safety. So, with this new system now live since July 1, 2026, what concrete actions should regulatory and quality teams be taking? First, we recommend immediate training. Your teams, both within your organization and at your Brazil registration holder, must become proficient not only with the new e-Notivisa web portal, but more importantly, with the IMDRF adverse event coding terminology. This is not intuitive and requires a dedicated learning effort to ensure accurate and compliant reporting. Without this, you risk submitting incorrect or incomplete reports, which can lead to compliance issues with ANVISA. Second, it is essential to update your internal procedures. Your quality management system and relevant standard operating procedures for vigilance and post-market surveillance must be revised to reflect the new workflow, data requirements, and coding standards of e-Notivisa. This includes defining the process for mapping internal event descriptions to the correct IMDRF codes and documenting the rationale for code selection. This documentation will be crucial during audits. Third, we advise a thorough review of your data collection processes. The e-Notivisa system requires specific, structured data fields that may not have been mandatory in the old system. Proactively ensure that your complaint handling and investigation processes are capturing all the necessary information up front. Waiting until it's time to file a report to discover missing data will create significant delays and compliance risks. Close coordination with your Brazil registration holder is paramount to ensure they have all the required information to submit reports accurately and on time. In summary, ANVISA's launch of the e-Notivisa system is a major step forward for technovigilance in Brazil, bringing the country's regulatory framework in line with global standards. While this harmonization presents new learning curves and procedural challenges, it ultimately benefits public health and can streamline reporting for manufacturers operating in multiple markets. Adapting quickly and thoroughly is key to maintaining a successful market presence in Brazil. If your team needs assistance navigating these changes in Brazil or requires support with global market access strategy, we invite you to check out Pure Global. For more information, including our free AI-powered regulatory tools and a database of global device approvals, please see the resources listed in the episode description. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.